Welcome back to Sweet Naya Reacts, and today's video is going to be about thousands of Americans across the United States having their cars repoed because they jumping into cars, very expensive cars, overpriced cars, actually, that they can't no longer afford due to the high cost of living. We're going to watch these videos and see what they have to say about it.
So yesterday morning around 11 a.m. while I was doing orders, my car got repoed. Yes, you heard that correctly. While I was doing orders, while I was trying to make money in order to pay for my bills, it got repoed. He knocked on my glass window. I'm just like, ugh, bruh, it's wraps. And I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And for everybody that's going to come into my comments saying, oh, like, why aren't you applying for jobs and why aren't you working? My car is the main source of income that I have. That's what I use to make money. And I've been applying for jobs ever since I came down here, but it's like I've just been getting closed doors every single time. I even applied for a janitor position and they still denied me. So I don't want to hear that. Please spare me with that, because life happens. Okay? Life happens. And if you're fortunate enough to not have been through this situation, amazing for you. But yeah, and it just sucks because majority of my stuff is in the trunk of my car, and if I don't pay $1,660 in 9 days, they're gonna put my car up for auction. And I have two options. These are the only two options that I can think of, and I'm trying to explain on my own understanding. But one, I could somehow try to come up with this money. Don't know how I'm going to do that since I'm just refined to this room. But somehow I'll come up with that money before next week. Or two, I can go back to Georgia with no car and essentially start back over again, which is something that I don't want to do personally. So I just kind of feel like I'm backtracking. But at this point, you know, say I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'll take any advice and I'll take the prayers, obviously, but yeah, your girl don't know what to do.
Sounds like a major setback for her, but I would probably suggest that she go back to Georgia and actually try to start all over again. It sucks, but that's what she's probably gonna have to do if she has family that can help her get back on her feet. Really, really sucks. It's rough.
My car got repossessed today. And before anyone starts with the you should have budgeted better bootlicker bullshit, let's talk about the budget. My minimum car payment was $525 a month at a 17% interest rate. My car insurance was another $200 a month, and then add gas, which is somehow being priced like it's being directly pumped from the moon these days. Then add repairs, rent, groceries, utilities, medicine, doctor's visits. Like, how far do you think $3,500 a month really goes? And then these billionaires and politicians get on TV and act confused about why working people are drowning and angry. Well, I can tell you one thing. It sure as hell is not because we're lazy. We're drowning because every single basic necessity has been turned into a profit extraction machine. Transportation is not a luxury in America. You need a car to get to work. You need work to pay for the car. You need the car to keep the job. And the second you fall behind, they take the car, which makes it even harder to work. Baby, that's not a personal failure. Don't carry that. This is a system designed to keep working people trapped, exhausted, ashamed, and too busy surviving to be able to fight back. And that's exactly why May 1st matters, because the working class has been absolutely crushed while the people at the top hoard everything. So on May 1st, we stop pretending this is normal. We stop feeding the machine. Don't work if you can. Don't shop if you can. Don't spend if you can. Don't participate in capitalism for one day if you have the ability to do so, because they need us. They need our labor and they need our compliance. And the second we realize that, they lose power. My car got repossessed today, but What I really want repossessed is the wealth they stole from the working class.
I don't think that happened on May 1st. Everybody stopped working because you know why? We need to work to pay the bills and pay for everything. We just can't stop working. I don't think that happened.
May 1st, we stand together because we, the people, hold the power.
I'm embarrassed to make this video, but it is what it is at this point. I was in the middle of a DoorDash at Dollar General, and the car that I was driving was repossessed in the parking lot. Like, y'all, I'm in the store shopping for this girl order, and all I hear is, anybody out here driving a blue car? A little blue car? Anybody driving a little blue car? It's being told by the repo man. You know, I didn't think anything of it because, like, you know, so I kept doing my little thing, shopping for my little order or whatever. But they kept talking about it, so I'm like, you know what? Okay, let me go outside. Let me just walk to the door and see, try to play it off a little bit. Y'all, while I walked outside and the car was gone. The car was gone. So here it is. I'm stranded in the Georgia heat. Like, I'm probably about a mile away from my house. But if you know, you know, it's hot in Georgia. So I'm like, God, I gotta walk home. Anyways, a little backstory. The car was technically not mine. It belonged to my sister. She passed away May 7th of 2024. Now, mind you, this car has been sitting for 2 years. Over 2 years, this car has been sitting. They have not came to get it. They have not been looking for it, as far as I know. And we, you know what I'm saying, we did what we was supposed to do and sent, you know, did the death certificate of her or whatever. And as her family, we decided not to drive it because, you know, it was just too much of a emotional burden, I would say. But after 2 years, I decided to go pick it up and do some little maintenance on it, and I started driving this to DoorDash full time. You know, so I'm stranded at this point, and I'm trying to figure out, oh my God, how am I gonna get home? I know my mom and my other sisters are at work. I'm like, how am I gonna get home? So it was this older lady. She walked out the store, and I had asked her, I was like, hey, do you think can I get a ride home? And she was like, no, straight up. I mean, as she should. I'm a stranger, but she was like, no. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, well, where you live at? I said, well, I don't live far. I live, you know, such and such. I live like, you know, almost up the road. And she turned around, she kept doing her little thing, but God laid it on her heart to give me a ride home, so I didn't have to walk. Y'all, I was so hurt by that. Like, granted, it wasn't my car. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I didn't pay the car note or whatever. It was my sister's car, but I was using it to DoorDash. And as y'all know, DoorDash is that's my income, you know, or a piece of my income. And I was hurt. I cried for probably about 3 days about this shit. But thank God for my mother. You know, she came in and she was like, hey, you know, the same day, literally. And this is, I'm gonna say this, when you're walking in alignment with God and what he called you to do, he will sustain you in the process. Like, I cannot say that enough. He will sustain you in the process. So literally the same day, my mom was like, just come pick up my car. She was like, I'll bring you my car, do what you need to do. But she didn't have any AC at the time. She ain't got no AC. So I still could see the DoorDash probably about a couple of days into it with no AC. But it got to a point where, y'all, I couldn't even breathe. It's hot. It's hot in Georgia. Like, I couldn't even breathe. So y'all, literally probably about the next 48 hours, I went on a fast. I went on a straight water fast because I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right. You feel me? Like, I went on a fast, I kid you not, for 3 days. And back to that sustainability part, like, you know what I'm saying? I know that this guy called me away from my job to DoorDash. And like I said, my mom brought her car. She didn't have any AC. So I'm gonna tell you what, and it got to a point where I couldn't dash because it was so hot and I couldn't do it. And God heard my cry. I'm gonna tell you, this back to that sustainability. He will sustain you in the midst of what he called you to do. So I was like, I got these bills due. You know what I'm saying? I can't go DoorDash. What am I gonna do? God put it on my heart. He said, go make them wigs. Y'all, I set a date for July 10th for a wig lunch. A wig lunch. When I tell you, it was 7 wigs in total. 7 wigs. Y'all, if you know me, y'all know that I make wigs, I sell hair or whatever. It was 7 wigs in total. Literally, I sold out in 2 days. 2 days. It was before I even launched the actual lunch date. We sold out in 2 days. So on July 10th, I put the final wig out. We had sold the first 6. I put the final wig out, and it sold that Sunday, the next day, literally. So that's that sustainability that I was talking about. So, you know, that was enough for me to pay the bills I needed to pay and do what I needed to do. And I had a little extra cash. I didn't have to go out there and DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, God be pulling up like that for your girl. You know what I'm saying? He was out here slinging them wigs to me. So I'm trusting God. I don't know how he gonna do it with this car situation. I don't know when he gonna do it. I just know it's gonna be done. That's the update on my life. I am trusting God for a brand new car. Even if it ain't brand new, it's gonna be what I need, because all in all, I do need a vehicle, and I'm just forever grateful. Like, my situation looks real weird right now, but it's gonna be okay. I'm okay. I'm grateful to say that, and I will keep y'all updated. Oh, and I forgot to add, just a couple days ago, the AC did get fixed. It's working and it's blowing. So, you know what I'm saying? We get out here, do the dash. I got a new series coming for y'all, because y'all know back to school coming back up. So we got to get out here. We got to grind to get these kids school clothes. We can't sit around and do nothing. But I will keep y'all updated. Until next time. Bye.
My husband's car got repossessed, and I mean, obviously it's our fault. It gets repossessed when you don't pay your bill, and we didn't pay the bill because we had to choose between paying the car bill or paying rent. That's on us. To get the car back is $1,600, and the car is only worth $2,000, but we owe $8,000. So logistically, it makes no sense for us to go pick that car back up, but that leaves my husband out of a car. So if you're in the Westchester, New York City area, like Bronx, Manhattan, Westchester area, and you have a car that you are willing to sell to us for under, I want to say like $1,500, we would love to speak to you. If you can share this video so that my husband can make it to work, and I would love it if you can send me a DM with the information, with the listing, if you have it listed on Facebook Marketplace, so that my husband can get in contact with you guys. If you don't have a car that you're selling, if you...
That's why it's so much better to just buy a used car full out than financing the car, because at the end you end up paying way more than what the car is worth. Not good.
can press all the buttons and get this out there so that we can hopefully find a car in the next couple of days, because we do need a car. Where we live, like, we can't really get anywhere without a car. So please engage from the bottom up, share the video, leave a comment, and thank you in advance.
Just watched a video of this lady talking about how this man said he turned in his car voluntarily because he could not keep up with his $1,100 car note. He was just over the payments. He couldn't do it. It was just getting to be too much. And I just got a question. Isn't voluntary repossession just as bad as you missing a couple of payments and they coming and picking it up themselves? I think that's why financing anything is just that dangerous. And the lady in the video was basically saying, like, why are we continuing to go and get things that we, one, cannot afford, and that we, two, a lot of times don't need? I wouldn't say all the time, because I do feel like it gets to a point to where it is very hard to maneuver without them. I did not say it's impossible to move without them, but it is very, if you have ever been without a car, or if you have ever had a car and then didn't have a car, baby, I'm talking about, I done seen times where my cash car put me down and it had to sit in a shop, or it had to be worked on, and I had to Uber or get dropped off to and from work over the course of 3-4 days. And let me tell you something, the most difficult days of my life.
You already know I sell cars. What do you do after your car just got repo'd? All right, pay attention. Every state's a little different, but it's all about the same. Number one, your car's gone. Call your lender. You need to catch up on every single payment that you have, and the fees for the repo, and any late fees. Number two, pay it off in full, but most people can't. Number three, if you cannot, make a deal with your lender, because they've tried to make a deal with you, then just tell them, I just want to get my stuff back out of the car. They'll let you do that. But for the most part, you're going to have to pay every single payment that you're late, and the late fees, and the repo, and anything else that they say. You don't want it to get to that. In Illinois, first payment default on a loan, they'll take your car. Usually 3 payments, they'll take your car. Don't let it get to that. If it's going to get to that, you're going to have to do what I said. Try not to let it get to that. The only other thing you can do is go get a loan real quick to pay off your vehicle, if it's even possible. So if your car gets repoed, that's what you have to do to get it back. Or you let it get repoed and try to get another loan. You could get another loan after a repo, but your rate's going to be high. And it's going to be limited banks. So before it gets to that, try to work it out with the bank. You'll thank me, or you'll just let your car get repoed. Good credit, bad credit, no credit. I can get you approved with a repo. Probably even two. But try not to do that. Bye from Mike.
My question is, did he say that? He probably did. Oh, he said you got to pay in order to get it back. But after this repoed, I wonder if you still owe the money on the loan once they repoed the car. You probably do. I'm assuming you do. So trying to take out another loan and get another car and start all over again, I don't know. You might have to pay that off, or you're going to end up having to do bankruptcy, which will be not good. So I suggest really think twice before jumping into a vehicle you know you're not going to be able to afford. And in the meantime, just try to hustle, save money, and buy a car cash if you're able to do that. And just, take public transportation for now to get back and forth to work. And then when you're able to get a car, buy it cash. Don't create a loan. And if you do, hopefully it has a low interest rate so you won't be paying really high. Gotta shop around, make smart choices, and just don't jump into something that you can't afford. So let me know what you think about this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And also comment if this happened to you. You know somebody that it happened to, and what they did, after it happened. And also give the video a like if you like the video too. And share it if you know somebody who's going through this and they want to get some advice on what to do. And I will see y'all in my next video. So thank you for watching. Bye.